174 dead in South Korea's worst air disaster. Airliner crash sparks fiery tragedy. Hasina calls for abandoning Mujibist constitution of 1972, proclamation of July uprising by December 31st. Doctors' roadblock protest sparks citywide traffic chaos, leaving passengers stranded. Assalamu alaikum, this is Chaudhry Sama. Welcome you all to TV News. You have just heard the Crown headlines. Now let's move on to the details. At least 174 people were killed in the deadliest air accident ever in South Korea on Sunday when an airliner barely landed and veered off the runway, erupting in a fireball as it slammed into a wall at Muan International Airport. Jeju Air Flight 7C2216 arriving from the Thai capital Bangkok with 175 passengers and 6 crew on board was attempting to land shortly after 9 a.m. at the airport in the south of the country, South Korea's transport ministry said. 2 people, both crew members, were rescued and officials have suggested the rest are presumed dead. It is the deadliest air accident ever on South Korean soil and the worst involving a South Korean airline in nearly 3 decades, according to ministry data. The 2 crew were being treated at hospitals with medium to severe injuries, said the head of the local public health center. The Mujibist constitution of 1972 must be buried in the grave with the proclamation of the July uprising on 31st December, anti-discrimination student movement convener Hasnat Abdullah demanded today. The student platform, along with the National Citizens Committee, will present the proclamation at 3 p.m. on 31st December in the capital's central Shohid Minar. Sarjis Alam, chief organizer of the National Citizens Committee, said the July uprising proclamation should have been declared earlier. Sarjis also said that the draft of the proclamation has been prepared. People of different political parties, views, religions and ages who have directly participated in the uprising are being consulted. The proclamation is being amended, refined and expanded, he added.
আমরা 90 এর মতো বেহাত হতে দিতে চাচ্ছি না 69 এর মতো বেহাত হতে দিতে চাচ্ছি না আমরা 71 এর মতো আমাদের এই 24 এর রক্ত ঝরা 24 এর শহীদদের রক্তকে বৃথা যেতে দিতে চাচ্ছি না
BNP Standing Committee member Amir Khosrow Mahmood Choudhury said there is no justified reason to be worried about reforms as BNP had launched 31-point proposals long before and the party is committed to implement those exactly. Apart from 31 points, party chairperson Begum Khaldezia had also announced Vision 2030, which consists of many time-befitting reform concepts before the nation, Khosrow said while speaking as chief guest here at the orientation function of the students enrolled to Chattogram Veterinary and Animal Sciences University. Amir Khosrow said a strong wave of changes transferred into the people's mindset as well as new concept is being emerged after fall of the fascist regime.
যারা নিপীড়ন নির্যাতনের শিকার হয়েছে তাদের প্রতি আমি শ্রদ্ধা জানাই জুলাই আগস্টে যারা প্রাণ দিয়েছে সাহসিকতার সাথে এই স্বৈরাচারকে বিতাড়িত করেছে তাদের প্রতি আমার শ্রদ্ধা এবং নতুন বাংলাদেশ গড়ার জন্য আজকে নতুন প্রজন্মকে এগিয়ে আসতে হবে নতুন চিন্তায় নতুন বাংলাদেশ গড়তে হবে
Advisor for Information and Broadcasting Nahid Islam has announced that journalists will be able to enter the Secretariat with new cards from Monday. He said this at a briefing in the Secretariat today.
কালকে থেকে আপনারা সচিবালয়ে প্রবেশ করতে পারবেন একটা নির্দিষ্ট সংখ্যায় সেটার জন্য একটা অস্থায়ী ব্যবস্থা আমরা করে দিব এই 3000 প্লাস অ্যাক্রিডিটেশন কার্ড আমরা রাখতে পারবো না এইটাই বেশিরভাগই এখানে ভুয়া আমরা আবেদনের ভিত্তিতে আবার যে নীতিমালা আছে সেই নীতিমালা অনুযায়ী আমরা নতুন করে স্থায়ী পাসটি দিয়ে দিব
On one side are former members of the armed forces staging a sit-in, while on the other, doctors have blocked the roads, resulting in massive traffic congestion in Dhaka. Postgraduate trainee doctors have been agitating for a hike in allowances for some time. The trainee doctors demanding an increase to Dhaka 50,000. In pursuit of this demand, they blocked Shahbag intersection at noon. Meanwhile, since Sunday morning, former armed forces personnel and their families have been protesting in front of Jahangir Gate on the Farmgate Mohakali Road. The blockade at Jahangir Gate has led to traffic queues stretching from Bonani past Zia Colony and on the other side reaching Mirpur's Kalshi.
আলোচনা ফলপ্রসূ হয়েছে। আমরা অফিসে যাব, আমাদের একটা সময়সীমা বলা হয়েছে, এই সময়সীমার মধ্যে আমরা আমাদের কাজটা সর্বোচ্চ চেষ্টা করে করব।
বারবার আমাদের আশ্বাস দিয়ে আশ্বাস ভাঙা হয়েছে, কমিটমেন্ট দিয়ে কমিটমেন্ট ভাঙা হয়েছে, বলা হয়েছে এটা প্রতিশ্রুতি আমি করে দিব ইনশাআল্লাহ, তারপরও করা হয়নি। এই তো বারবার আমাদের এই যৌক্তিক দাবি আদায় করতে ব্যর্থ হয়েছি, সুতরাং আমরা রাজপথ ছাড়ছি না।
Bangladesh Bank Governor Al-haj Mohammad said on Sunday that Bangladesh had made significant progress in the development of its financial sector, though there have been numerous shortcomings that necessitate a thorough self-assessment. He said the banking sector of Bangladesh has progressed a lot. The central bank governor made this remark while inaugurating the Golden Jubilee celebration of Bangladesh Institute of Bank Management. In the city, Mansur said the banks were not so much interested in financing some non-conventional sectors like SMEs and new sectors like climate financing and green financing.
আমাদের অনেক অর্জন সত্ত্বেও অনেক ব্যর্থতা আছে। তো যাই হোক, এটার মূলে কোনো একক গোষ্ঠী বা একক ব্যক্তিত্ব নয়, এটার মূলে আমরা সবাই হয়তো ভিন্নভাবে কাজ করতে পারতাম, হয়তো ব্যত্যয় ঘটেছে, হয়তো হয়নি, সেই আত্মবিশ্লেষণ আমাদের করতে হবে।
5 people, including 2 women, were killed and another woman was injured in a road accident between a bus and a CNG-run auto rickshaw on Sherpur Mymensingh Highway in Sherpur Sodor Upazila on Sunday morning. One of the deceased was identified as CNG driver Lokman Akmal, 45, a resident of Kamari area of Sherpur Sodor Upazila. India will not abandon its close ally Sheikh Hasina. Considering geopolitical reasons, they will not extradite Sheikh Hasina. This was informed in a report by the Indian media outlet Economic Times. Citing sources related to the incident, the report said that India will not return Sheikh Hasina despite the government's request. They will not abandon a close ally for geopolitical reasons. If the country agrees to the extradition, it will send the wrong message to its allies. Now sports. The 11th edition of the Bangladesh Premier League BPL kicks off tomorrow with the cricket frenzy already hitting the fever pitch. The BCB, however, later informed that tickets can be purchased both online and physically from the 7 designated branches of the Madhumati Bank. However, defending champions Fortune Borishal will take on newcomer Durbar Rajshahi to open the 50-day-long spectacle. The match will start at 1:30 p.m. Before ending, let's have a look on the Crown 7 headlines once again. 174 dead in South Korea's worst air disaster. Airliner crash sparks fiery tragedy. Hasina calls for abandoning Mujib's constitution of 1972, proclamation of July Uprising by December 31st. Doctors roadblock protest sparks citywide traffic chaos, leaving passengers stranded. And that's all from the newsroom for now. To know updates, videos of this bulletin, visit our website www.ntvbd.com. Besides, visit our YouTube and verified Facebook page for updates over NTV's all popular programs and bulletins. Our next bulletin, Shundar Khabor, will be aired in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Thank you for being with us. Have a good time.